Hello everybody, what's going on y'all? So today I am going into deities, and today we are talking about the cat goddess Bastet. Bastet, y'all. We're talking about Bastet on today. I'm talking about 9 ways to start working with her in your work. Before I get started, y'all know I gotta introduce myself, honey, for my new subscribers. Hello. I'm Lady V, Mama Source. I'm the owner and operator of a spiritual online Botanica called Visions by Vasori. I offer everything from client works to love consultations to tarot readings, oracle readings, rituals. Did I say client works? If I didn't, I did just now. Altar setups in my area. I offer a plethora of things to help you along your way in the occult. Guys, I just do what I do because it's my passion, it's my pleasure, and it's my love in this walk, okay? So let's get into this lesson, 9 ways to start working with Bastet. Bastet is one of the more popular Egyptian goddesses. But when you look up ways to honor and work with her in your practice, there's mostly, I would say, superficial level recommendations, at least from my research. We're talking about amazing qualities, divine qualities, simple ways to work with the Egyptian cat goddess as well. Before you go into how to work and what you should do to work with her, who is Bastet? Who is this Egyptian cat goddess? Now, Bastet originally was called Bast, B-A-S-T, and is the Egyptian cat goddess often depicted in Egyptian TV scenes, movies, books as well. She is typically represented by the image of a cat, or she takes the form of an attractive woman with the head of a cat, okay? Scholars believe that this Egyptian goddess might have once been the Egyptian lion-headed goddess of war Sekhmet. But over time, her persona softened and she became a new deity now that we call her Bastet, okay? Her worship began around 3500 BC, but gained popularity around 950 BC. Her major temple was at the cult center city Bubastis. I hope I'm saying that right. Where her annual festival was held. Boats would flood up the Nile River, traveling to this particular area full of women letting their hair down, so to speak, and ritually lifting their skirts to expose themselves. Yeah, it sounds crazy today, but then it was a means of laughter and celebrating the female body and the sexuality of things, you know? The ancient festival was a time to drink, it was a time to dance, it was a time to celebrate one another's beauty and chase away all illness and evil spirits, okay? Now, if you've been called to work with the cat goddess, consider yourself very blessed. If you own a cat, you're more likely to be chosen by Bastet. She also is a patron of mothers. She is a patron of healers, magicians, diviners, dancers, as well as musicians. She rules over physical and the spiritual domains, including protection of the home, women, and children. She also protects marriage, protection of cats. She wards off illness, promotes fertility, and aids in childbirth as well. If you're wanting to hone into your sexuality or your just your feminine divine energy, your beauty, that is her domain, okay? She's associated with the Eye of Ra. The Eye of Ra, the sun, as well as the moon. She also is a psychopomp, which is the one who guides the dead to the afterlife. Y'all hear me say that all the time. A psychopomp is one who guides the dead to the afterlife as well. How does Bastet manifest and what does she look like? So, when I've seen Bastet in visions and dreams, she almost always comes in the form of a beautiful, seductive woman. She is quite cat-like and even has like a cat's face with whiskers and a cat's nose, okay? Yeah, her body is a woman and is typically clothed in white with a gold belt, okay? Keep in mind how she appears in your visions, in my visions, and meditations might be different from when she appears to someone else, okay? In addition, when she comes to you in the physical world, it's almost always through the appearance of a black cat. All right, so signs Bastet is calling to you. Some signs. Let's talk about it. There are typically signs and messages sent to us by gods and goddesses when they want your attention, okay? And they usually want your attention when they want us to be their devotees, or if they want us to honor or work with them on a common goal. Here are some signs that Bastet is calling to you. Cats start showing up everywhere. You'll start seeing a lot of cats. A black cat runs across the road in front of you. That's a good sign. Strays start following you home and they will beg for food. Stray cats. You'll hear Bastet's name on TV. You'll hear it in the movies, online, on the radio, etc., etc. Her name pops up in random conversations or in a song. You dream of a black cat or cats of any color, any kind, or Bastet herself. You're drawn to ancient Egyptian religion or magic. You're drawn to that. You've always been more of a sun person than a moon person is a great sign. And you're starting a home or a family or moving into a new home. All right, guys, back to it. Sorry about that. If you noticed, my son called. He always does that when I'm recording. It seems like he feels it. I don't know. Okay, back to the story of Bastet. Last thing I started was to say was you're starting a home or a family and you're moving into a new home. That is a great way to know that Bastet may be calling to you. All right, so we're going to go into 11 ways to honor and work with Bastet. And as you get to know the Lady of Perfumes, the way you work with her in your spiritual practice will grow and will be unique to your path. I'm going to give you a couple of ways to get started working with the Egyptian cat goddess. Number one, big on it, read and research for yourself. I'm going to say this with every deity video that I upload. Read and research for yourself, okay? It's great to watch videos, but it's super great to grab a book or purchase a book of your own, talking about whatever in the occult that you want to know about and reading it to understand it for yourself. This will always be the number one when working with any goddess, god, or spirit, deity, or anything. To read, study, and research the history, the origins, read the myths, anything that your said deity took a part in, you're going to read up about them. With Bastet, what was the role in ancient Egypt? What was her role? Her favorite offerings. Find out, getting to know Bastet's qualities and stories is number one in honoring her as a goddess. Number 2, of course, set up a Bastet altar. You're going to always set up an altar for the deity that you want to work with. Designate a shelf, a tabletop, or a credenza as Bastet's altar. You can place a statue or a representation of her there. I have a lot of statues in the shop. Under the collections tab, you go to my statues. I have all types of deity statues, all sizes, all different prices. But yeah, we can get that to you as well. Also, you can add on the altar a few candles. Those cat candles are great. I think I have a couple of those in the shop. You could add incense and burners shaped like cats. A few symbols like the Eye of Ra and the Ankh. This is the Ankh right here. If you guys can see it. This is a gold one that I have. I also have a silver one. I have a lot of rings and with the Ankh. That is a great way. Or you could put this particular, matter of fact, hold on. Let me show y'all this. I offer these in my shop. This is a altar towel. Right here, you can place this on her altar. This is real good for Bastet. I also have, let's see, I'm gonna grab this right here. This one here is my own right here, okay? It's a cat figurine of Bastet. This is a great to have. Okay, I have this available in the shop. I had to put that back, baby. So many different things that you can add to your altar. Egyptian type of altar tiles, Egyptian type cloths, to honor Bastet in the moment. Giving her sacred space honors her energy and gives you a place to contact her directly, and she loves that. Okay, number 3 will be offerings for Bastet. Now we're talking about once you set up a Bastet altar, okay, providing appropriate offerings is another way to start working with her. Bastet, being the lady of perfumes, loves perfumes of all kinds. Give her whole bottles or spritz some perfume around her altar. Tell her why you're giving her this offering as well. Frankincense and myrrh incense are great, and those are another traditional offerings to Bastet. Anything cat related will work, particularly the catnip herb is a great offering too. I do offer catnip in the shop. It's a herb under the Herbal Apothecary collection. In years past, I've also grown catnip in my garden. You can harvest it yourself and give her the first harvest. She also enjoys wines, beer, tea, chamomile, myrrh essential oils, a jasmine is great, and also a lavender. Play the sistrum. The sistrum is great too. It is a traditional ancient Egypt instrument. Bastet holds a sistrum in many of her depictions and her statues. It was used in ritual in ancient Egyptian times. You could purchase a sistrum online on Amazon. They carry them, and play it when you're invoking Bastet in ritual or simply to honor her, okay? Dancing is another favorite activity she loves as well. Number 5 will be caring for cats. If you don't have a cat, adopt a cat in Bastet's honor. Tell her that you've adopted a cat in her name. And Bastet, being the Egyptian cat goddess, adores people who are cat lovers and owners as well. If you can't care for a cat, you can volunteer at a shelter or a rescue to help care for cats without homes, or you can donate items for cats such as cat food, blankets, toys, etc., etc., and let her know that's what you did, okay? I'm going to give you a quick prayer to Bastet. Quick prayer. And a prayer for her is, O Mistress of the Oracle, Bastet, Queen of Cats, Lady of Perfumes, hear my loving prayer. Grant me life, prosperity, health every day, long life and beautiful old age. So shall it be. All right. That is just a quick prayer that I gave you. Y'all should be writing this stuff down. I'm dropping some gems today. Another way to give offerings and honor this particular deity is you can make an Egyptian cat goddess ointment. Okay? Bastet's name translates to she of the ointment jar. She of the ointment jar, which indicates she was associated with ointments in ancient Egypt. You can craft a special protection ointment for Bastet. Be sure to include catnip or any other herbs linked to cats or ancient Egypt. Once it is made, leave some on her altar as an offering, and keep some to anoint yourself with during ritual to invoke Bastet's protection. You could throw a Bastet festival. If your friends or family are willing to throw a Bastet party, Bastet was honored in her cult center of the city on a yearly basis. The Egyptians threw a huge festival in the honor, complete with drinking, dancing, just having fun. Even having a dinner party with wine and dancing in Bastet's name would be a huge honor to her. You could also do some sunbathing, all right? Bathe in the sun and honor Bastet, the cat goddess. After all, cats do love bathing in the sun. In the summer, throw on some sunblock and go on outside. Feel the sun's warmth and the rays, and know that Bastet's energy is vibrating through you, as well as bask in the sunlight, just like a cat, baby. Celebrate your sexuality. Celebrate your sexuality, okay? It doesn't matter what your gender is or your sexual preference. Bastet beckons to her followers to celebrate their own sexuality, your own sexuality, to complete their bodies and honor themselves, even when others don't. You got to be appreciating and loving yourself, all aspects of yourself. You embody the Egyptian cat goddess Bastet, and when you do that, she will smile upon you. Another one is to work in a liminal space. Let's talk about it. As Bastet is a cat, she is a liminal creature and can move between worlds. That's what liminal means. She can move when you can move between worlds with ease, from the spiritual world to the mundane world. You can move through it with ease. This is why they say cats have 9 lives. If you're not working in a liminal space, try it in honor of this loving goddess. This means working on your dreams, working on your intuition, your meditation, and your trance, so to speak. If you're unsure what liminal space means, I am telling you, it only means walking through or moving through both worlds. So while you are sleeping, you're actually in the astral realm, okay? So you're in between both worlds as you sleep. It's the same liminal space as a cat, or as Bastet is. She can walk through between both worlds with ease and no problem. You can grow catnip, like we said. It is a very easy herb to grow. And it is one of those herbs that pleases Bastet very greatly. Grow catnip in your garden or in a pot on your windowsill. Then harvest it and dry it and offer some to your cats as well as to Bastet. And of course, place it on your altar. Let her just be happy within that, okay? Cats will go nuts for the real stuff grown in your garden. Not so much for the stuff bought in the store, but if you grow it in your garden. I also seen it at, what's the name of that spot? It's a pet store. Baby, I can't remember. Honey, I'll get back to y'all on that. But go to the cat store, not the cat store, the pet store, and I saw catnip, like a little piece of catnip. You can buy it there too, fresh, okay? Now, as you get to know Bastet, the more you work with Bastet, the more you'll get to know her, okay? What she likes, how she helps you, how to invoke her ritual. Suggestions that I gave you are second nature, and you'll add your own magical and spiritual practices as you go along. You'll even learn things about her that no book or website or practitioner can teach you. For instance, when she wants an offering or simply wants your attention, you might start seeing black cats everywhere. Just a tidbit, okay? So that is all I have right now on 9 ways to work with the goddess Bastet. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, support, share, and attune to my channel is greatly appreciated. If you have anything that you would like to purchase, go to the store, visionsbyvasori.com. I offer everything in the occult world. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. You ain't gonna be able to hit me on shit, miss me on nothing, okay? I offer a lot of things in my shop. Guys, thank you for watching. Blowing blessings of abundance your way. Bye.